how to make African salad today, abacha. Okay, so to make your African salad, which is abacha, you're going to need Akanwu. Okay, this is my Akanwu, and I'll tell you how I will do this. Okay, so with the Akanwu, you're also going to need, of course, your red oil. There is no substitute for this. You will need red oil. So I have my red oil inside this little can. You're also going to need your Ugba. I've already washed my Ugba, so as you can see, it's fresh. Abacha. You can get all this stuff from your local African store. It can be Nigerian store, it can be some Ghanaian stores as well, okay? So this is your abacha. You also use a little bit of Ukazi salad without using your Kpomo. So this is my cooked Kpomo. I already chopped it into little pieces. I have my grounded crayfish, and on top I have my grounded pepper. Now, of course, you're gonna need about 1 cube of Maggi and also a little bit of salt. Okay, all right, so we're going to start. So this is my dry pot, my Akanwu. Okay, this Akanwu, I will use it to do what we call ebango. So I'll put my Akanwu inside the pot, and I will go ahead and add a little bit of water. You don't have to use hot water, you can use cold water as well, okay? To start to turn my Akanwu. So what I'm doing is just this little Akanwu that I put inside the pot, I'm going to try to melt as much as I can so that I will have the water which I will use to make the abacha. So just continue turning it and try to mash it as much as you can. When I use the hot water, it melts the ungo faster than if I use the cold water, but you can choose this to use cold water. Okay, melt a little bit more. The few that wants to know where you can get the Akanwu from, you can get the Akanwu from any African store of your choice, or if you see someone coming back from Nigeria, you can have them bring you Akanwu, and then you can always store it in a safe, dry plate, just like a Ziploc. Put it in there, and anytime you want to use it, you can just go ahead and use it. So as you can see, all the Akanwu, the whole piece of Akanwu that I put inside the pot is gone. I already melted it, so it's all melted. And that's what we want. Okay? All right. So now the next thing we are going to do is we are going to start adding the oil. So I have my oil melted already, so I will start adding it inside the water which I mixed in the Akanwu. And you start stirring. So you start stirring till the water is thickened. You can see this is the ungo. So the ungo is just the water that you added to the Akanwu, mixed it up, and then you added your red oil. That's what we call ungo. To add the crayfish that I have in here, and I will also add the pepper that is on top of it. Okay, so you just mix it up and then add it inside the pot. Then add your Kpomo. You finish adding your crayfish, your pepper, and your kpomo, you will also go ahead and stir. Okay, so see how it's coming out. You see how thick our ungo is now. Add your Maggi cube. Okay, so this is the Maggi cube I'm using. You can always find this at any food market store. It doesn't have to be an African store. I actually got my Maggi from a regular food market store. Squeeze it and melt it and put it inside the ungo. Then we go ahead and also stir. When you're stirring this, be careful because you don't want it to spit on your clothes, because this is oil, and red oil, when it stains your clothes, is very hard to get off. I'm going to start adding my abacha and my owa. So this is my abacha. I already showed you guys before. So my abacha, I normally take it out the freezer or take it out wherever you started from. You soak it inside hot water for a few minutes, about 5 minutes to 7 minutes, and then rinse it off on a dry plate or a dry bowl and set it aside. Your owa, you take it out the freezer. I usually freeze it when I get it from Nigeria. When they bring it for me, I usually put it in a bag, like a Ziploc bag, and I freeze it. So now that I'm going to use it today, I took it out, defrosted it from the deep freezer, just sit it in the counter and let it sit there till it melted. And then I went ahead and put it in a bowl, put hot water inside it and wash it off 2 times. So, and then I put it in a dry plate. So I'm going to start adding the abacha and the owa inside our ungo that we already made, okay? So I'm going to go ahead first and add the abacha. In my hand to add the abacha so I don't put any extra water that is sitting on the plate when I washed it inside. I don't want to put more water inside the ungo. All right, so that's all the abacha. I've added it inside the pot of ungo. Now I will go ahead and add my owa, and I'll use my hands as well. Now that I've finished adding my owa and my abacha, I will go ahead and turn, okay? Mix it all together. It smells delicious. All right, so now that we finished stirring and mixing everything up, I am going to just taste it to see if there's enough salt in it. I haven't added any salt inside. I normally wait till after I mixed everything up, since I put a Maggi cube in there, and Maggi cube always contains some salt. So I'm going to test it first before I can figure out how much salt I can add inside the abacha. So I took a little bit. I'm going to taste it. Okay, it needs a little bit salt I have. And I'll add a little bit more. A little bit of that. Turn everything again. Mind you, you have to have your stove on low heat, okay? Have it on low heat so it's not heating up too fast. Okay, and we're going to test it again, okay? Okay, it does have enough salt now. Put it up and leave it for about 5 minutes to boil a little bit, and then we'll come and check it, and then we'll add our Ukazi, and that will be the end. So Okay guys, so the abacha is done. As you can see, I already added my Ukazi, and that's it. So you can enjoy this with a glass of wine. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on my next episode.